Hello, everyone! We all know someone who's just too nice, right? Like, they'll give you the shirt off their back, even if it's their last one. And while that seems great on the surface, sometimes that kind of niceness can actually be, well, kind of toxic. So today, we're diving deep into the hidden dangers of being too nice, those seemingly harmless behaviors that might actually be hurting you and your relationships. Let's talk about people-pleasing. You know that feeling when you say yes, even though your gut is screaming no? It's like that friend who agrees to watch your pet iguana even though they're terrified of lizards. We want people to think we're easygoing, but constantly suppressing your true feelings just to keep the peace? That's a recipe for resentment, my friend. It can lead to anger, frustration, and even burnout. So next time you're about to say yes out of obligation, take a breath and just be honest with yourself. Being there for others is important, I get it. But constantly putting everyone else's needs before your own? That's not being nice, that's setting yourself on fire to keep others warm. Think of it like a seesaw, right? A healthy relationship is all about balance. But if you're always the one sacrificing, eventually that seesaw gets stuck. So find your voice, set some healthy boundaries, and remember, taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's essential. Here's a tough pill to swallow. Sometimes people use kindness as a weapon. Ever feel pressured to do something you didn't want to because someone was being overly nice? Or maybe they showered you with compliments, only to later ask for a huge favor? That's manipulation, my friends, disguised as kindness. And it's not cool. Real kindness comes from a genuine place, without any strings attached. So if someone's being too nice, trust your instincts. There might be something else going on beneath the surface. Saying no is hard. It feels confrontational, like you're letting someone down. But here's the thing. Your time, your energy, your well-being, those are precious resources. You can't just go around handing them out like party favors. Setting boundaries isn't selfish, it's self-preservation. It's about protecting your time, your energy, and your sanity. So go ahead, embrace the power of no. Your future self will thank you. Ever do something nice for someone, only to have them immediately ask, "What's in it for you?" Yeah, that's transactional kindness. Real kindness, genuine kindness, doesn't come with a price tag. It's not about keeping score or expecting something in return. It's about doing something nice for someone else simply because it's the right thing to do. Remember, true kindness is its own reward. We've all been there, right? Those moments when life feels overwhelming and we just need a shoulder to lean on. Feeling down on our luck, needing a little support from those around us to get through tough times. But there's a significant difference between genuinely asking for help and playing the victim to gain sympathy or avoid responsibility. It's like that friend who always seems to be in a crisis, constantly needing to be rescued, never quite able to stand on their own. Now, I'm all for empathy and compassion, but when someone constantly portrays themselves as helpless, it can be a subtle yet powerful form of manipulation. So, if you find yourself surrounded by perpetual victims, it might be time to set some boundaries. Encourage them to take ownership of their own lives, fostering independence and resilience. It's about finding a balance between being supportive and not enabling manipulative behavior. Passive aggressiveness. It's like the evil twin of niceness. It's all smiles and politeness on the surface, but underneath, there's a whole lot of resentment and anger brewing. It's the art of saying one thing while meaning another. The backhanded compliments, the subtle digs disguised as jokes. So, if you find yourself constantly decoding someone's true intentions, it might be time to address the elephant in the room. Encourage open communication, even if it's uncomfortable at first. We all want what's best for the people we care about, right? It's natural to want to see our friends and family happy, thriving, and making the best decisions for their lives. But there's a fine line between offering support and trying to control someone else's life. Sometimes, our well-meaning advice can come off as overbearing or even manipulative. It's like that friend who can't help but offer unsolicited advice, even when you didn't ask for it. They mean well, but it can feel like they're not respecting your ability to make your own decisions. Look, I get it. You want to protect them from making mistakes. You want to shield them from the pain and regret that can come from poor choices. But here's the thing, everyone deserves the freedom to make their own choices, even if those choices lead to a few bumps and bruises along the way. It's through these experiences that we grow and learn. So next time you're tempted to play puppet master with someone else's life, take a step back. Consider whether your concern is truly helpful or if it's crossing into control. Respect their autonomy and trust that they can navigate their own path. Ever feel like you're being held hostage by someone else's emotions? Like you're constantly walking on eggshells, afraid to say or do anything that might set them off? Yeah, that's guilt tripping. It's a form of emotional manipulation that uses guilt, shame, or obligation to get what someone wants. And let's be clear, that's not love, that's control. You are not responsible for anyone else's happiness but your own. We all make mistakes, right? It's part of being human. But there's a difference between owning up to your mistakes and constantly shifting the blame to someone else. Look, I get it, taking responsibility is tough. It means admitting we're not perfect, that we messed up. But here's the thing, owning up to our mistakes is the only way we learn and grow. So next time you're tempted to point the finger, take a breath and ask yourself, what role did I play in this? We all have that friend, right? The one who always has a solution for everything. You tell them about a problem and they immediately jump into fix-it mode. Now, I admire a good problem solver, but sometimes people just need to vent. They don't need you to swoop in and save the day. They just need someone to listen, to offer a shoulder to cry on, to validate their feelings. Sometimes the best thing you can do is just listen. Who doesn't love a good compliment, right? It's like a little boost of sunshine on a cloudy day. But there's a difference between genuine appreciation and excessive flattery. It's like that coworker who constantly showers you with praise, even when you haven't done anything particularly praiseworthy. It can feel insincere, even manipulative. Real compliments are specific, heartfelt, and genuine. If it feels excessive, it probably is. We've all been there, right? That awkward moment when you know something's wrong, but you'd rather chew on sandpaper than address it directly. So what do? We feign ignorance. We pretend we don't see the issue. We avoid eye contact. We become masters of deflection. Look, I get it. Confrontation is uncomfortable. But sweeping problems under the rug only makes them bigger in the long run. So next time you're tempted to play dumb, take a deep breath and address the issue head on. There's a fine line between being protective and being controlling. It's like that friend who hovers over you like a helicopter parent, constantly worried about your every move. Now, I get it. You care about this person. You want to keep them safe from harm. But here's the thing. Constantly shielding someone from life's challenges prevents them from learning and growing. Let them make their own mistakes. Let them experience life's ups and downs. We all love a good hero, right? The kind of person who steps in when things get tough, who always seems to have the right solution at the right time. But there's a difference between being helpful and feeling like you constantly have to save the day. It's a fine line between being supportive and feeling obligated to fix everything. It's like that friend who can't resist jumping in to solve everyone's problems, even when they're not asked. They mean well, but sometimes their help can feel overwhelming or even intrusive. Now, I admire a good Samaritan, but constantly taking on everyone else's burdens, it can be incredibly draining, both physically and emotionally. That's a recipe for burnout. When you're always the one people turn to, it can start to feel like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. It's like trying to carry everyone else's luggage while trying to navigate your own journey. Each additional burden makes it harder to move forward, and soon you find yourself stuck. So next time you're tempted to put on your cape, take a moment to check in with yourself. Ask if you have the capacity to help without sacrificing your own well-being. Remember, even heroes need a break. So, there you have it. The dark side of nice. Recognizing these toxic traits is the first step to having healthier, more authentic relationships. Remember, it's okay to say no, to set boundaries, and to prioritize your own well-being. True kindness comes from a place of genuineness, not obligation or manipulation. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share with your friends so we can keep making them for more videos like this. Hit the subscribe button and don't forget to click on the notification bell. Thanks for watching.